doubleheader last Saturday, and we beat Benton Harbor. So this is going to be an important game, and this will be our first, I feel, competition so far this season.
Okay, our pitcher today is Pat Dunham, and if you look around the sideline here, you see about 10 or 12 Major League scouts here checking him out, and several college scouts, and so it should be a good ball game. Kalamazoo Central starting a 10th grader, Phil Thompson, so it should be a good game. So we're ready for the first pitch, and stepping in for Kalamazoo Central is number 6, Steve Todd. Bill Webster is catching today. Got the senior battery here. First pitch outside for a ball.
And most of the pitchers, Pat, knowing the scouts are here, we hope he doesn't try to overthrow. And so far, his statistics, he hasn't given up an earned run. In fact, our whole team has only given, our ERA is 1.24, which is very good.
Okay, there's a strike. Okay, that's a good point. A lot of times when someone's trying to do their very best, they overthrow, try to excel too much. And of course, I don't think if Pat has a future in baseball, it's going to be dependent on what he does today. I think they've seen him pitch enough, and they will see him again, I'm sure. 1-1 on the batter. Okay, so far it looks like Pat has just thrown 3 fastballs, and I went right by him. So 1-2 now. We have a beautiful day. The wind is blowing out. It's probably around 60 degrees, and it's dropping a little bit. I see Scott Ernsberger's out there without a hot shirt. Everybody else has one on. I don't know what that says about Scott, if he's tough or not. No, Bill Webster doesn't have one either, so.
Yeah, with that wind blowing out, we may see some home runs today.
That's true, okay. That's the thing with a power pitcher like Pat is, if they make contact, it's going to go a long ways. Okay, that's 1 strikeout for Pat. Okay, left fielder, number 7, J.D. Brink. Steve Todd, the leadoff man's a senior. J.D. Brink is a junior.
Yeah, J.D. is hitting 278, and he has 5 hits and 18 times the bat. 4 stolen strikeouts, though.
Okay, that's a pitcher's helper there. Ball's in the dirt. Took a swing.
This is one advantage of a power pitcher. Sometimes the hitter starts swinging before the ball leaves their hand.
Well, I think
swung at a low pitch there.
They make up their mind, and of course, if you guess and hit it, usually goes far.
I got a feeling we're going to get a foul ball right in our dugout here.
Well, that's why I got behind the shield. We're down the first base line. We're directly under the first base camera, so that's the game that we're seeing. There also is a camera behind home plate, so we'll be going back and forth. 2 balls, 1 strike. Matt Collins kind of edging in at third base. I don't know if they try to bunt that or not.
Well, sometimes a team facing someone like this will take a strike and see if he's wild or not the first time around. Just take a strike and see, just let him throw a lot of pitches, and he might get in trouble.
Okay, it's ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Looking at the statistics of Kalamazoo Central, one of the things they do score a lot of runs, and they steal a lot of bases, so be interested in if he does walk anyone, if they'll start running on us. Their weakness, it looks like, is pitching.
Mm-hmm.
They have a good offensive team, but weak pitching.
Sounds like somebody over in the eastern part of the state called the Tigers.
Yeah.
That's up the shaft. That's out of play. Okay, full count now. 3-2, 1 out, first inning. Our umpires today behind the plate is Marv Hinga, and on the bases is Bruce Bornay.
Yeah, it's 2 for 2 now.
That's 2 strikeouts, and as Coach Johnson mentioned, they're helping the pitcher out. Out of the 3 strikes, I think only 1 was in the strike zone, and he swung at 2 bad pitches. This may change the next time around the lineup after I get a look at him. So far, it looks like all he's thrown is heat. Okay, third batter, center fielder, number 11, Josue Martin. and he is also a senior.
Yes, and he's hitting .353 now, and also has 5 stolen bases, and he's one of their leading hitters with 6 hits. And again, the first time up, a lot of batters, and sometimes the coach tells them this, to take until the first pitch is called a strike and see what the pitcher's like, so they don't start swinging at bad pitches.
Ball 2. That's 2 of them have gone to the backstop. I never caught much, but is it difficult to catch a fastball pitcher, or is it more difficult?
It's not difficult if he throws strikes.
I suppose that's true with any pitcher.
But if he throws a lot of wild pitches, you got to start moving. You know, actually, they're easier to catch as long as you're around the plate.
Okay, there's a good.
See, again, there's an indication they're not taken, because I know a lot of people say it's too early in the game to take, but the first time around, sometimes you can score early in the game if you can get that first run off a good pitcher.
Well, also you get a walk, you can make him go to the stretch, and sometimes they're not ready for that in the first inning also. Okay, 3-1. Okay, he had a 3-ball count on the last batter and came back and got him. Let's see if he can do it again.
Okay, now this is a pitch, if you're a hitter and you're a third hitter, you're looking for a place to hit it, and if that ball is there, then you should get some good, I was going to say wood, but metal on it.
Yeah, we're giving it away now. How long ago he goes?
See, that was an inside pitch, and
yeah.
you should never have swung at that.
Mm-hmm. Head coach for Kalamazoo Central is Don Zomer. He's coaching down at third base, and his assistant is Joe Mitchell, and he's the coach at first base. So we have a full count now. Second batter in a row, we've gone to full count. 2 outs, nobody on. This is a great day for the first part of our middle part of April.
Yeah, usually when we do this, it's very cold.
Yeah, we've done it in the snow.
And everything else. Can't beat this.
Okay, Bill Webster's giving him signs.
Now he's shaking off a lot of pitches, but that usually is, just to make the batter think he's going to throw a fastball. There's no question about it. But if you shake him off a few times, then you get the batter to think maybe he's going to throw a knuckleball or something.
Yeah. Of course, you gotta have that in your repertoire.
Yeah, but it's coming straight down the pipe.
Okay, 3 up, 3 down, no hits, no runs, no error. At the end of 1/2 inning, the score is Kalamazoo Central 0, Portage Central coming back, and we'll be right back.
Easy. KKK, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, better not say that.
Yeah, watch out now. Are you getting so you like the job more or not?
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, okay, yeah. He was out here for his first game and he wasn't sure he liked it or not.
Was it cold?
No, he just doesn't like baseball.
Oh, he doesn't like baseball?
But he's getting us there.
Well, see, once you do that, you start doing that.
No. One of the dirt.
Slider and changeup too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, his changeup's about 80.
The only.
Faster than most guys. But yeah, I caught a few here and there.
Yeah.
Helped him out a little bit, but he was pretty good.
Okay, here we go. The bottom half of the first inning, leading off for Portage Central is the center fielder, number 18, Dave Arter. Dave has the distinction of being the only junior in the starting lineup today. Everybody else is a senior. So Coach Royer has a lot of experience on the team this year. And Coach Royer, of course, is the head coach. He's down at third base. The first base coach is Larry Colasar, and Larry's a graduate of Portage Central. He was an excellent athlete, great pitcher when he was here. Graduated back in 1968.
Right, I was saying that's pretty good. And of course, one of the players on this team, Collins, his father played for us in '69.
That's true, yeah. Okay, first pitch from Phil Thompson was a curve. Phil Thompson's a 10th grader. I talked to Coach before game, and he was hoping that he would have the ability to pitch today.
And he told me that if this young man has to have control, and he's not a power pitcher, if he has control, he should give us some trouble. So we'll see if he has the control.
Okay, 1 ball, 1 strike.
By the way, Dave's hitting only 800. It's pretty early in the season to keep that average,
Yeah.
but
2 balls, 1 strike.
he's hitting over 800 now.
Yeah, he just hit the ball right where it was, up the middle. Okay, batting second, number 13, left fielder, Adam Shell. How's Adam doing?
Okay, Adam's hitting 400. Well, the team average is 333. I'm sorry, his average is 143. Slugging average is 400. So he may be bunting. We don't know. Some coaches like to score a lot of runs at the beginning of the game and don't worry about 1 run.
Of course, when you bunt, of course, that makes a lot of movement in the infield. A lot of bad things can happen. First pitch is in the dirt for ball 1 to Adam Shell. Looks down at Coach Royer, and Coach goes through all his signs.
And the first hitter of the game, who is on base right now, one of his jobs is to get off far enough so there will be a throw over there so everyone on the team can see this kid's pickoff move.
And of course, anytime you're facing a left-handed pitcher, they have a little advantage in their move to first.
So that's why it's nice to see it.
Yeah. Yeah, strike 2, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Now he's got to put it in play somewhere.
Another curve.
Another curve, yeah.
That's the pitch the coach is talking about. He throws those curves, slow curves, and
Yes.
he gets them over. He feels he can give us trouble with.
Batting third for Portage Central, the shortstop, number 34, Brad Block. Of course, Brad, when he's not playing short, is one of our outstanding pitchers. Had a great game last Saturday. Faced 18 batters, struck out 14.
Yeah, he's batting .333, has 5 RBIs.
Dave Arter going down to second base, and he's in with a stolen base. The infield's in pretty good shape. Looks like there's a little loose dirt around first base.
Yeah, they put that certain dust on there
Yeah.
to keep it from rain. When it rains, they can play, but it does get kind of loose.
Yes, that's kind of a disadvantage for the runner taking off, and it can get some bad hops, short hops out of there playing first base also at times. 1 ball to Brad Block. Ball 2 inside.
Brad has 3 hits so far this year, 1 double and 1 home run.
Good
He
slugging
told-
average. Huh?
Yeah, he told me about that in class the other day. He said the wind helped it a little bit, though. Like 300 feet of it.
Yeah, that was a great win last Saturday.
Yeah, they had 5 home runs Saturday. That's what we used to hit in one season back in the old days. 5 home runs was a
course-
record for a long time.
Of course, we used to play up on what's now the
Yeah,
softball diamond.
yeah,
We didn't have a fence.
there was
so,
no fence.
You could hit them 400 feet and they'd be caught. And likewise, they could roll forever too. So. Okay, 3 balls, 1 strike. Okay, this should be the pitch that Brad wants to hit.
That's right.
This
is his pitch.
Yeah. And it was. Okay.
Yeah, good play.
Good.
Good hit, but it was just right to the outfielder. It's well hit.
Okay, batting fourth, number 20, first baseman, Scott Ernsberger.
Okay, Scott is hitting .286 so far this year, 5 RBIs. 2 hits out of 7 times at bat.
Scott is also a pitcher. He pitched last Saturday. He did a super job. You have 3 senior pitchers here. That's how you win doubleheaders. That might drop in. Okay. Okay. Of course, with 2 outs, Dave Arter had the advantage. He could run on the pitch there.
Right.
He scored from second.
Just a little Texas leaguer, but
It's not how hard you hit him, it's where you hit him. Yeah.
That's right.
The difference between Block hit a line drive and Ernsberger flared one out there. And okay, now batting fifth, number 16, the pitcher, Pat Dunham. Well, a stolen base paid off for Portage Central, put Dave Arter in scoring position. He's able to come around and score.
Man, Pat's hitting a lusty .667. Yeah, early in the season, you get a couple hits, you can get that average way up.
Strike one to Pat. It must have been a breaking ball. He bent away from it and caught the inside corner. Down to third. Okay. All right, 1 hit, 2 hits for the Portage Central, 1 run, 1 runner left on base. So at the end of 1 full inning, the score is Portage Central 1, Kalamazoo Central 0. And we'll be right back. Off for Kalamazoo Central will be the shortstop, number 19, Ryan Ramsdell.
Yeah, Ryan is by far their leading hitter. He's hitting .643, 5 RBIs, 2 home runs. So this is a young man to watch out for.
Ryan is a senior. Plays shortstop. Bill Webster gives the sign. So far, I think he's thrown mainly fastballs,
Yeah.
but he shook him off there, so.
And you can see that he threw a good fastball, and Ryan was right on it.
Yeah. Yeah, he may have to change up a little bit. Sometimes your weaker hitters, you can just throw the heat past them, but a good hitter will time it up.
Well, this is the time to work on his other pitches, too.
Right.
Yeah, Yeah, definitely
Yeah.
a different change
Yeah,
of
that was a
speed.
change. Yeah, and he was way out in front.
Yeah,
so
and Ryan was way out in front of it, and it's a good pitch.
it's 2 strikes. He's ahead now. Now he can throw any pitch he has. And of course, the batter's got to be more of a defensive hitter now. Okay, shook off the first sign. Let's see what he comes with.
Yeah, this
Heat.
is heat. The fastball always looks faster after you throw a slow pitch.
That's true. That's
previously.
true. Yep. Now, when you caught, did the pitcher shake you off often or not? Or did he pretty much...
Well, we had actually, they shook us off, but it was planned, as I said.
I see.
They shook us off because we wanted the batter to see all the shakes and make them think a little bit. But you're supposed to be with the game with the pitcher. You should know what the pitcher wants to throw at every hitter. See, he threw this first real slow pitch against their 4th hitter. That was a smart thing to do.
Okay, now batting for Kalamazoo Central, number 18, first baseman Tom Adams. Tom's a junior. First pitch was a ball, low.
Yeah. Tom's hitting .563 after 4 games. And he has 4 doubles.
That pitch was right on the knees. If he stays there, throws that there all day, he's going to be in good shape. Okay.
Well, he
Round
finally
out to
let a
second
fielder
base.
do something.
Yeah.
The only weakness I look at the Mustangs statistics is their fielding. They've had 5 errors now in the 3 games, and that's maybe a few too many.
Batting 6 for Kalamazoo Central, the right fielder, number 17, Don Zomer. I might add, this is Don Zomer Jr., coach's son. He's
Yeah.
a senior.
And Don's hitting .462. He has 4 stolen bases.
Okay, there's a curve. That's a beauty. Yep.
You can see him. He kind of faded out of there.
Yeah.
It's coming at him.
Well, when the guys come back to the dugout and say, boy, he's really throwing heat, and that comes in at you, until you've seen the curve, it can get you back on your heels. All right, strike 2. Okay, he's way ahead now.
Now he has him where he wants.
That's
He
right.
doesn't know what's coming
That's
now.
right, yeah. He's seen both pitches.
Now, sometimes you should waste a pitch here, but not necessarily. After you're throwing 2 different pitches, you don't have to waste a pitch here.
Yeah, and he didn't.
He didn't.
Okay, another 1-2-3 inning for Kalamazoo Central. No hits, no runs. And so at the end of 1/2 inning, the score is Portage Central 1, Kalamazoo Central 0, and we'll be right back. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Of course, you go all league, you have no stats either. No assists, no putouts. Yeah. Okay, leading off for Portage Central is Matt Collins. Matt's playing third base today, number 24. Now remember, Coach, we said we'd say something good about him because we coached his dad years ago, as you
Yeah,
mentioned.
I promise I'd say something good. Well, I'll tell you, he's hitting .250 right now, and he's got 2 base on balls. So if 1 more hit, it probably jumped up to .350.
Okay, he's a little anxious. That one was in the dirt. Ball 2, 1 strike. Sometimes when you have a slow pitcher up there, the ball looks so big, you want to jump right at it. Okay, that was a little high. Okay, 3-1.
Right.
Okay, ball 4.
He can't do that. He'll get in big trouble. He starts walking people.
Yes, that's true.
And their coach is afraid of that.
Batting 7th for Portage Central, right fielder number 7, Casey Bucher.
Okay, KC's hitting .600. 4 RBIs, 1 homer.
Okay, Matt's got a short lead. I don't know if Coach will run him or not. We still haven't seen a throw over to first, so we don't know if he has a good move or not. Ball one, no strikes. Casey looks down at the sign.
He's going back to first that time.
Yeah, he was going back, yeah. Okay, foul ball down the third base line.
The key to watching a lefty is you just watch their feet. Don't watch their upper body, because they can fool you with that.
Of course, the left-handers have come up with a move. It's not new, but more of them are doing it, where instead of throwing over there, they just move their left foot back.
Yeah,
and it just
step
back, yeah, and just throw it over without really
very
moving
quick.
first. Yes. Yeah. 2-1 now, a little high. Well, the crowd is filling in. What do you think, Coach?
Well, I don't think there's enough here yet to do the wave.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah,
we'll
okay.
wait.
We'll wait a few minutes to do the wave. There probably are 25, 30 people here.
Oops.
Yeah, a little high. Fly ball center field, and he puts it away. Matt Collins.
If he's going to steal, he's going to steal this time. For watching a lefty, we said watch your feet. As soon as his right foot, when he lifts it up and his toe starts going towards home, then go. Because he's got to go home, then he'll go home. But when his toe is still pointing at you, you cannot move.
Batting eighth for the Mustangs, catcher number 5, Bill Webster.
Webster's hitting .500, 3 RBIs, 1 double. There he goes. He went in the perfect spot. He isn't going to get him. Oh. The catcher's got a good arm.
Yes, he does. Yeah, I was impressed. Very accurate.
Both runners just made it, and they had good jumps.
And that was a good slide by Matt Collins. He kind of slid away from the tag. Now, Bill Webster has played baseball up through the years, but he didn't play last year, so came back out as a senior, and everybody's glad to see that. Of course, he's doing very well.
Yeah, you got to have a good, solid catcher when you got all the pitching that we have this year.
That's for sure, yeah. Okay, foul away. 2 strikes on Bill Webster. Now he's got to put it in play somewhere. Now I noticed that we have a runner on second base. A lot of times they will change signs, pitcher and catcher. I didn't see any communication there, so I don't know if they're using the same signs or if they have some kind of signal
Well,
idea.
if you're a catcher or a coach, you watch the runner. If he does something different, like see his left hand is out. So usually it could be a sign to the hitter that something's coming. You have it prearranged. It's usually not that obvious though.
No.
You know, it's usually like touching your helmet. That means a fastball's coming.
Now he put his arm straight out. That might be a fastball.
I don't know if that's. Then the catcher sees that, he should call a timeout and change the signal.
Right.
I don't know if that hand out there means anything.
Yeah, it could be just he's leading off.
Yeah.
The direction is back to the base. Yeah. So,
I think he's putting his finger out, one for fastball,
okay,
two for curve.
That might be a hint.
Let's see if he does it this time. So he's looking in.
Yeah, he's looking in.
He's looking in. He's got his hand out. I don't know what that pitch was.
Okay, Bill Webster's out short to first. On the play, Matt Collins goes over to third. Batting ninth, second baseman number 10, Ryan Kulser.
Yeah, Ryan's hitting .333, 2 RBIs. Of course, he hasn't had too many at-bats. He has 3 at-bats, 1 hit.
Okay, strike one. Might have been a little low. tell you, when I played, I always tried to hit the first ball close. So you can't criticize.
I think it's, you guess.
Yeah.
You can guess a fastball knee high, and if it's there, then
Yeah.
hit it.
Yeah. Okay, strike 2 on Ryan. He's got to protect now. Okay, that's his
His curveball's
high.
way high. He's
Yeah.
releasing it too early,
Uh-huh. It's kind
and
of
I'm sure the batters can see it coming.
Make it be a strike.
Outside, 2-2.
Make it be a strike, Kay.
Ryan's dad down at first is coaching and scowling in at him, so. Okay, got the outside. For strike 3, for Portage Central, no runs, no hits, no errors. 1 man left on base. So at the end of 2 complete innings, it's still Mustangs 1, Giants 0. We'll be right back.
So
Yeah, okay, why
I'll
don't you-
just stay out there.
All right.
Well, why don't we wait till about, what inning, about 5th?
Oh, 4th.
I don't want 4th, okay, because he might want to leave, you know.
Yeah,
after
and
he
I was
sees so
thinking
much.
we get through the whole lineup. Okay, we're back.
We're back.
Okay,
Yeah.
John Blackburn, catcher number 14, is leading off. And again, Pat Dunham came with his heat, and he was right on it, followed it straight back. John is a senior.
Yeah, he's hitting 429. A lot of these Kalamazoo Central hitters have a lot of good statistics. But they had a shootout with St. Joe Saturday, 14-13 and scores like that. And you can see again, he
Yeah.
came to the side. He was either throwing a slider or a curveball or something different.
1-1. Top of the 3rd inning. The wind is picking up a little bit cooler. Still a beautiful day. A little bit outside.
Sometimes
three.
the problem with a power pitch, you got to keep track of his pitches because he throws a lot of pitches. People who strike out, a lot of people like he's doing right now, you got to keep track of his count. About the 6th, 7th inning, he might be up there.
Yeah, I think he pitched like 4 innings last Thursday, and so this is his 2nd outing. So his arm's probably not as good a shape as it will be later on. Ooh, that's smart.
Well, I don't think that was one of his 90-mile-an-hour fastballs, and luckily it wasn't.
Okay, we have a courtesy runner, number 10, and I don't have his name. So, you got a roster there, Coach? Of course, in high school, you can have a courtesy runner for the pitcher or the catcher.
You try this name.
Okay, we'll get it to you shortly here. Okay, Steve Gibbs is batting now. 2nd baseman, number 4. He's a senior.
Again, batting 333.
Speaking of being hit by a pitch, you watch that game where the Montreal pitcher had a perfect game going in the 8th inning. He hit the pitcher, hit a batter, and the batter charged the mound. Anyway, that I think his kid's name is Sanders, was suspended for 5 games.
No, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, he kind of ridiculous. Got a perfect game going. It's like the pitcher's going to intentionally
Yeah,
hit you.
he's going to hit you intentionally.
that's,
Most hitters today get upset. I
Yep.
don't know. It's a trend.
Strike 1 on Steve Gibbs. Little low, good place. 1-1. Be interesting to see if they try to move the runner along. We'll put it down. Matt Collins kind of thinks they will. He's edging in at 3rd.
Okay, a man in scoring position now.
Okay. A little outside, got past Bill Webster. Yeah, that changes the strategy totally now with the runner at second base. They may still bunt.
Well, I don't know, but I think I'd bunt for sure. I gotta get this run in.
Blue, 2-5, blue, 2-5.
Coach Royer just called out his defensive play. Matt Collins is deep at third, so he doesn't think he's going to bunt.
Yeah.
All right, 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Chances are not likely that he'll bunt with 2 strikes, but
no, if he wasn't going to bunt before, he probably won't now. Perfect situation, third baseman deep.
Yep. Okay, there's a big bender. Dropped right in there, about waist high. Batting ninth is a designated hitter, number 5, Mike Mead.
Okay, Mike's one of their leading hitters. 10 at bats, 5 hits, hitting .500, 3 RBIs. So again, if you think about this, a bunt at that last hitter would have been a perfect situation if you could have got him to third.
Okay, a fake to second. I don't know if there's a play on and the players miss. I notice a lot of times the pitcher will just fake there just to run the runner back, just to let him know that he's watching him.
But really, the runner should never get picked off. They should have a short lead and then get off on the pitch.
Yeah, yeah.
It's ridiculous getting a large lead and leaning towards second when he pitches it. Right there's perfect lead. He don't have to go anywhere.
That's right.
Now lead off.
One ball inside. Coach Johnson or Coach Zomer is putting on the signs down there. Maybe something will be up. When you play against a power pitcher like this, you got to get your runs when you can.
Yeah, that's why I was surprised they didn't bunt the last time.
One ball, 1 strike. That was right in the wheelhouse, as they say, right down there. Adam Shell's playing way off the line. They don't anticipate anybody pulling the ball against Pat Dunham. A lot of space down the left field line. Dave Utter's about dead center. Casey Bucher is shading a little bit to the line and right. Okay, they call that a ball.
I don't think they know what's going on.
Yeah, I was going to say he checked his swing, but I thought definitely. Of course, we have the best angle in the house right here down the first base line. The umpire behind the pitcher does not have as good a view, and of course, the umpire behind the plate a lot of times is screened off the swing. So, 2 balls, 1 strike.
They changed it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Change it. Can you change it?
Okay.
No, he's out. Don't
Strike 3.
Take it out.
That's 2 outs, and we go back to the leadoff man, Steve Todd. First time up, Steve struck out. So we now have a runner on second base and 2 out. It'll be interesting to see if the Kalamazoo Central batters, after they've seen him one time, make any kind of an adjustment. Okay, that was a high strike, swing.
He just started swinging earlier.
Yes, swing earlier.
Well, yeah. He will definitely, when you're playing defense and you see this, you definitely know he's going to hit it to the right side of the field.
Yeah.
So our infielders there should be ready for this.
Well, maybe they might get a little deeper in the batter's box. I noticed that Steve's kind of up far. He might choke up a little bit. Some type of adjustment. But I guess when you're batting, you do what you do best. And that was a good curve just off the corner. That was a beauty. 1-1.
Look down in the hole over there.
When I was coaching, I used to make a comment to the umpire that he fooled everybody on that one, but we shouldn't talk about the umpires, I guess.
So,
So far, I would say the umpire behind the plate has been very consistent. Ground ball to second, play catch, third out.
that's right, right side.
Okay, for Kalamazoo Central, they had no runs, no hits, one runner left on base at the end of 2.5 innings. It's still 1-0 Portage Central. We'll be back. Barter again. Dave started the ball game with a sharp single to center field.
Well, I expect more runs right now, second time around.
And what would an athletic contest be without a train? A little high, ball one. Yeah, I think you're right, Coach. I think we've had a chance to see these guys one time, this pitcher one time, and I think we'll get a little more production this time through. 2-0. Ball three. Okay, leading off the inning, it's about 99 9/10% sure he's going to take this pitch.
Yeah, he'll take this one.
Yeah. And of course, it didn't matter. Okay. Dave Barter's doing what a leadoff batter should do, get on base, and he's been up twice, he's on twice. Adam Shell's up. Adam struck out the first time.
One of the great statistics we have, we attempted 36 stolen bases and we made 34, outstanding. So I would expect that there'll be some running here.
Interesting to see what Coach Royer does here, if he does send him down or if he bunts.
Well, I'm sure he wants another run.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
One run's not too many in this wind.
Well, I expect the Kalamazoo Central to start making contact the second time through, too. And when you put the ball in play, funny things can happen. There's his first throw over. Dave Barter did not have a big lead. Sometimes they signal a throw over, and sometimes the pitcher just comes over on his own. There's a bunt. Back to the pitcher. Okay, good sacrifice. Moves the runner down. Okay, Dave Barter went down to second on the sacrifice. Now, shortstop Brad Block. First time out, Brad hit a sharp liner to the right fielder.
Brad's one of our leading RBI people, so this is a good spot for him. Let's see if the second base runner's getting the signals again.
Didn't see anything.
No, he didn't do anything.
No. Maybe that was just the way Matt Collins leads off. I don't know. Ball one on Brad. Outside. The second baseman and shortstop are both way off second base. They're giving Dave Barter all kinds of lead.
Usually in this situation, Block will pull it. The second baseman's got to hold him on.
Right.
He's got to hold him on. He could walk into third right now.
And of course, that's right where it's going to go, up the middle. Dave Barter coming home, throw in, cutoff man gets away, and Brad Block goes down to second base. Super base running.
Good hit.
Okay, went down to second base on the error on the first baseman. So now Mustangs have another runner in scoring position as Scott Ernsberger comes to plate. Scott got an RBI single the first time up, and of course he has a chance to do that again. And again, they're not holding.
Oh, I tell you.
Shortstop St. Louis.
If you're going to steal third, that's perfect.
That's right.
Perfect time to do
He
it.
could easily lead 1/3 of the way or more.
Yeah, I think the shortstop's telling the second baseman right now, you got to hold this man on.
Ball one on Scott Ernsberger. Okay, that was a high strike. High strike. 1-1. Okay, I don't see Brad signaling anything in from his position at second base,
No.
so okay, that's down the first base line and just out of play. The crowd goes wild.
Scattered the crowd.
Yeah, they're giggling over there.
All the girls are sitting.
Okay, 1 ball, 2 strike on Scott Ernsberger. Catcher John Blackburn just went out and talked to his pitcher. Maybe they do suspect something. I don't know if they changed their signals or not. Sign of a good hitter is what they do with 2 strikes. So Scott is in that position now.
Now the second baseman's moving over.
Yeah. Ball high, 2-2. I heard the coach yell out at him, give him a look. Yeah, definitely it's the second baseman's assignment
sure.
with a slow pitcher and right-handed batter up. Okay, good pitch. Scott just kind of fought it off. That's what you have to do with 2 strikes. Still 2-2. The field is in great shape thanks to
I see
Mike and Chuck Teague.
Teague was telling me that he burnt the infield a little bit with his fertilizer there, but he said he'll come back.
I see that, yeah. Of course, the Teagues do a super job on the athletic fields at Portage schools, football, baseball fields, softball. Okay, good play, third baseman.
Very good play. He looked the runner back and then he threw it over.
Of course, with the play in front of Brad Block, he had to stay at second base. Okay, batting 6 for Portage Central is Pat Dunham. He ground into a fielder's choice in the first inning. So we still have the runner at second base. 2 out now. When you play the infield, that's the kind of hops you hope you have.
Yeah,
You catch them
nice
about
ones.
chest high.
Especially that aluminum bat. If you're playing third base today, boy, they can come down in a hurry. Here he goes.
And there he goes.
It's gone.
You got it all. It's gone. Yeah, it's
Home
out of
run.
there. Home run, yeah.
That's right.
That's a 2-run homer for Pat Dunham. And of course, he got it out into left center and went right over the 340-foot mark.
Yeah, it's a perfect high pitch.
Yeah, high pitch right up in his power. And of course, a little bit of wind blowing out there, although I don't know if the wind was a factor in that one. That was tagged pretty well. That makes the score 4-0. And of course, Pat gets 2 RBIs on that shot. So now Matt Collins.
Now he has 7 for the season.
Matt Collins is now up. Matt walked the first inning, leading off, or second inning, first time up. There's a strike. One ball, 1 strike. Foul ball.
You can see now they're starting to swing it with more confidence the
Yeah.
second time around.
Yeah. Coach Kulsar threw that ball in from the sideline, and of course He's recuperating from Achilles tendon surgery, which is very painful. Kind of slows you down a little bit.
How did he hurt himself?
Playing church league basketball. He was playing away, and all of a sudden he said it felt just like somebody threw the ball and hit him on the back of the leg, and didn't think it was too serious, so he iced it down. And okay, good pitch. Right. Okay, that's third out for the Mustangs. Okay, in that inning they scored 3 runs on 2 hits and no money left on base. So at the end of 3 complete innings, it's Portage Central 4, Kalamazoo Central 0. Okay, we'll be right back. Okay, we're back at the top of the 4th inning. Leading off for Kalamazoo Central is the left fielder, number 7, J.D. Brink. First time up, J.D. struck out. And the wind is gusting a little bit stronger as we go here. Okay, Pat shakes off the first sign. And he comes with a high heat. Strike 1. He's thrown his curveball a few times now, so they have that in the back of their mind that he has a curve. So now when he shakes off, it means a little bit more. Foul ball. So again, Pat is quickly out ahead, 2-0, 0-2. Now it'll be interesting to see if he comes with a fastball again or if he throws his curveball. Okay, 2 strikes on the batter. Nobody out. Top of the 4th inning. He shakes off twice. Let's see what he comes with. Fastball again, foul off. Being joined right now by a special guest who's going to be with us for a short time. We'll see how long it lasts. Is Western Michigan head coach Fred Decker. Welcome, Fred.
Thanks, bud. Great to be here.
Fred and I go back to about the summer of 1965 when we were both teaching here at Portage Central and coaching. And of course, Fred then went on up to Western as a grad assistant, then became a varsity assistant, and of course as head coach. Beautiful curve there for strike 3, first out. J.D. Brink is down. Now batting the center fielder, Josue Martin, and Josue also struck out in the first inning. How's your season going up there this year? Are you satisfied, or of course never quite satisfied? But
Well, we got off to a rough start. We got off to a 2-9 start, and that leaves you a big hole to dig out from under. But since that, we're 17-13 now, so we've turned it around to pretty good in the last 3 weeks.
Ball 1, ball in the dirt. Now, of course, a lot of your players go on and play pro ball. How long do they have to be with you before they can go? I mean, once they sign with you, then are they committed for some number of years?
For 3 years. They're eligible again to go in a draft at the end of their junior year, or 21 years of age, whichever might come first. So if you had an older senior who was 19 when he came in, he'd be eligible after his sophomore year. But normally, it's junior year.
Okay, now let's assume that they're drafted at the end of their junior year. Do they have to go then, or can they forego that and play their senior year?
They can come back. They can turn it down as a junior and come back and play their senior year. And it's about an even split with our players who have done that, because it gets such a load off their back to have their degree finished, and then they really can relax and play professional baseball and not be worried about coming back and getting their degree. Last year we had 3 of our former players in the big leagues, and 2 of those 3 had been drafted as juniors, turned it down, came back, played their senior year, got redrafted, and still made it to the big leagues. So it's hard to say what's the best way to go.
Of course, once you have that degree, that's insurance in the bank. A lot of kids don't realize that a college degree is very important, and it gets more important all the time. Okay, strike 2
right
on Josue Martin up there. 1 out, top of the 4th. Okay, that's a high strike there. 2 outs. Shortstop Ryan Ramsdell. Now bat. Oh, excuse me, that's not 2 strikes. I guess I'm listening to you more than watching the game. 2-2. I'll have to race that out here. Golly, when I listen to Harry Carey, he can do about 4 things at once. Okay, my mistake. Won't be the first one or the last one. Okay, that's it. Got him that time. Okay, now you're here obviously watching some players. You're not going to tell me who you're watching or which team or anything like that, because that'd be a violation. But,
Right.
As we all know, college sports, recruiting is the name of the game. And, of course, you're not alone here. There are a lot of people watching, a lot of players on the field. And is that part enjoyable to you, or is that one of the parts of coaching college ball you don't enjoy?
Well, I really enjoy watching the games and talking to the players. What I don't enjoy is spending my life on I-94
Yeah.
with 2.5 hours Detroit, 2.5 hours to Chicago, and of course those are the major population bases, and we'll be spending more time in those areas than any other areas. But you know, there are several college prospects on this field today too, so you don't have to go. Today I didn't have to go very far at all to see some college players. That's right.
Now, do you have a network? Do you have people to contact and say, okay, there's this good kid over in Detroit, or do you? How do you find the prospects? Let's say.
But it works in 3 different ways. One of our sources, of course, are pro scouts, because we work together with each other. They will call me about a kid and ask me if I've seen him, should he come down and take a look at him, and we feel free to do the same thing. Second source, we really have guys in all the key areas that we knows what a college player, Division I player looks like, and they kind of are our bird dogs in every area. And we rely on them more than anything else, other than watching tournaments all summer. We go to all the major tournaments, and most of the kids will end up popping up in one of the major tournaments too.
Okay, now obviously you look for the basic talent, speed, arm, and things like that. Is it difficult to pick a prospect? Now I realize someone like Derek Jeter, you probably could tell when he's junior high, but you know, like some of these kids here, is the potential there obvious or not? I know that's a tough question to answer, but
To a certain point, it is pretty obvious. If it's a position player, and especially a position player at a speed position, the running factor becomes very, very important. And the first time they run to first base, you can tell whether they have the running speed that's required or not. And the throwing arm strength is also a fairly obvious tool to see if they have enough arm strength to play in Division I, because all schools are the same and all scouts are the same. You have to be able to play defense before you worry about the hitting part of the game. And then you have to make a judgment on hitting. And as far as I'm concerned, that's the hardest judgment to make, because every kid coming out of high school has a major adjustment to make when he goes to college, as far as a hitter's concerned. So that's, I think, a gamble on almost all kids. So normally the kids that get recruited first are the runners and throwers, because you know they have 2 good tools coming into your program.
Okay, we have Ryan Ransdell up here. We don't want to ignore the game here. Ball 1, strike 2, 2 outs. And again, we're in the top of the 4th inning. This game's moving right along. Okay, what do you think? Hit or an error there? What is the official score over here?
Error.
Okay, he's giving an error. Okay. We'll have to go along with that. Okay. So Ryan's on first base, an error. Brings up Tom Adams. And again, we'll see if Coach Zilmer sends him down. They have not tested Bill Webster's arm yet. With 2 outs. It's a possibility to put him in scoring position. Of course, Kalamazoo Central needs runs. They're down 4 runs here at the top of the 4th. Tom Adams, first time up, ground out, second to first. So we're now. How does the tournament work in the MAC? How many teams are in the tournament?
Top 4.
Top 4.
Top 4, and it's held at the site of the conference champion, regular season conference champion.
And what is it? A double elimination or?
Yes, double elimination. 9-inning games, just like the NCAA tournaments from that point on.
And where do you stand in the league standings now?
We're 3rd right now. We're 9-5. Central's 10-4. Kent's 9-1.
Now you play Central again. You don't play Kent though, is that
That's
correct?
right. We play Central at home next Wednesday, a week from Wednesday, on the 27th.
Okay.
Yeah, Kent, we lost 3 out of 4 down there in some of the best college baseball games I've ever been involved in. I hate to say that
Yeah.
because, you know, it's, you really want to win, but I was really proud of the way our kids played, too.
Okay, Tom Adams now batting first base. Fouled the second pitch off, so it's 1 ball, 1 strike. And so far there's been no movement off first base. Pat Dunham did throw over there, but I'm sure that's not his best move to first. Okay, there he goes. Curve ball. Throw to second. And he's safe. Good head first slide. Now, do you coach your base runners to go head first or feet first, or is it up to the individual?
We have left it more up to the individual, although I like the head first slide better.
A smaller target, and of course...
You get a little maneuverability
Yes,
with the
right.
hands, and I think, you know, the research doesn't show it, but I think you do get in there a little, it's a little faster because you have a little forward body lean, instead of trying to get your feet out in front.
Okay, here's the next question. Do you think you get in first base faster sliding or running?
No question about that one. Running is
Yeah.
the fastest way to get to first.
I've always thought that. I think it's so stupid when someone slides. The only reason you slide is you're trying to avoid a tag or something on a
That's
bad
right.
throw. Yeah.
That's right.
I've always thought, geez, you know, that's a tough way to get into first base is
Yeah.
sliding. And
If you didn't have to stop at second, it'd be a lot faster to run right
Yeah.
through it, then come back.
I think you're right there. Okay, 1 ball, 2 strikes on Tom Adams. 2 outs, now runner in scoring position. Two and two. You shake off once, shake off twice. Part of that probably, so they can put a little doubt in the mind of the batter.
I think that is. He's done that a couple of times here with 2 strikes.
Yeah, yeah. We used to call that shake and bake. Shake off, then come with a fastball, and a lot of times the batter's looking for a curve.
That's what he did the last time he
Yeah.
shook off. He finally put down number 1.
Yeah. And it could be the fact that he just wants to throw the fastball. you
That's
know.
right.
Now, do you mainly have your catchers call the game, or does the pitcher have the option to shake off, or?
Our catcher's signal is a suggestion,
Okay.
and the
Okay.
pitcher has the last vote. He decides what it's truly going to be.
Okay, well, there's the first hit for Kalamazoo Central. Soft line to right field by Tom Adams, scoring Ryan Ransdell from second base. So Kalamazoo Central is on the board. Score is now 4-1, and the batter's Don Zomer. Don struck out in the first inning. Do your pitchers shake off often, or is it just for effect, or?
No, what we use, buddy, we use a system. We use a system where if he doesn't like the pitch, then he will add. With the way he uses his glove, he'll use his glove on his uniform shirt, and then he will add the numbers to the count to throw the pitch that he wants to throw, so he doesn't have to shake more than one. So if, let's say a guy was in a 4-pitch rotation and the catcher put down fastball, if he wanted to throw the change and 4 was the change, he would add 3.
I see.
You're at 4, and now the catcher knows what's coming, the infielders know what's coming, so everybody knows.
I see. Do your infielders move? Do they watch the signal from the catcher?
Yes, they'll watch his signal, and then if they do see him add, they'll know that they'll know. For instance, using the scenario that I just gave you, if he put down a fastball and then the pitcher added, they know he's adding to an off-speed pitch, and then the catcher's also putting a location where he wants the ball in or out. So the infielders know he's added to an off-speed. They see where he's setting up, so that they'll move accordingly then to make their adjustment to that pitch.
Okay, 1 ball, 2 strike on Don Zomer. We're in the 4th inning. 1 run in, runner on first base. Well, I've been up to watch your team play a couple of times, and I'm really impressed. They really do a great job. Any of you people out in the Kalamazoo area, if you want to see some great baseball, get up there and watch Western play, because I would say it's. Of course, I have not seen the Whitecaps play live, but I'd say the caliber isn't a whole lot different between Division 1A baseball and Class A and the pros.
Yeah, it'll be very similar.
Yeah.
You won't notice the difference primarily because of the aluminum bats in college and the wood in the pro ball.
I see. But it's fun up there. And there's strike three. So it's 3 outs. So at the end of 4 innings, the score is 4-1. For that half inning, Kalamazoo Central had 1 run on 1 hit. And I'd like to thank Coach Decker for sharing this time with us and this knowledge, whatever, for better or worse. And of course, we've gone back, like I mentioned, a long time, and it's always good to see
And
it.
it's been fun, but I've enjoyed it.
We're an amateur team.
Yeah,
Yep.
Dean Kerr from Coldwater.
Ball 3 on KC, because I remember the first time Fred made the all-world team that time. And of course, I think he was a second team All-American in college. So first time I met him, I said, "Is it true you're an All-American?" He said, "No, I'm all-world." So okay, 3-1 on KC. And again, this is the position the batter likes to be in. And the ball is way high. Ball 4. Leadoff walk in the fourth inning. Bill Webster, catcher up. He grounded out short to first last time up in the 2nd inning.
Yeah, I expect him to go down. He has 2 stolen bases so far this year. 2 attempts, 2 stolen bases.
They're not getting much of a lead, though, against the left-hander. Okay, attempted bunt, fouled off. It's very important that you bunt at a strike. Don't bunt at bad pitches. Okay, short lead at first. Third baseman is anticipating a bunt. Bill squares and gets it down. Good bunt.
See, that's what happens when you don't slide.
That's right. Tiptoe in there.
Because see, you have to slow up in order to stop on second.
That's right.
You know, if you could
Well,
run
he
right
would-
through second,
yeah.
he'd probably make it,
Yeah,
but you got to
he,
stop.
He didn't even appear to be running full speed. So that's a fielder's choice. Takes away the sacrifice. That will be a time at bat for Bill Webster. And we're back where we were before with a runner on first. 9th batter for Portage Central is Ryan Kulsar. Ryan struck out the first time up. And there's a nice single to right field. Bill Webster stops at
Good
second.
hit, good hit.
Yeah, just put the bat on the ball. So many times they want to overswing and kill the ball. Just serve it out there like a tennis ball. Okay, now runners first and second. Now that's all more important that the bunt wasn't successful. We would have had a run there. Back to top of the order, Dave Arter. Dave is singled and walked, scored 2 times.
All right, Jake, good pitch, bud. Let's go.
And again, they're not really holding the runner second. A little bit more. In the dirt. Good play there by catcher Blackburn. Dug it out.
Yeah, see, if the second baseman does his job, holds him on, and the shortstop can get in the hole, because this is where the ball is going to go. When he
Right.
hits it, it's going to that hole. See, the shortstop's playing halfway because he's trying to hold on the runner.
Ball 2, another good stop. Coach Zomer has somebody warming up over there behind the dugout. Can't tell if it's a pitcher or just an infielder or what. This time of the year, the pitchers have not pitched many innings, so maybe they're counting pitches.
Yeah,
over there
they're
too.
probably counting pitches. When they get to a certain amount, they're going to take them out. He's in
Ball
trouble
4.
now.
Okay. That loads him up.
Well, if he's pitching, no, that's number 15.
I think he's got a catcher's mitt on.
Yeah,
there.
I think he's a catcher, so that's not. You can't
course,
see the other side.
Phil Thompson's only a 10th grader, so I'm sure he doesn't want to do anything to jeopardize his arm, get any arm problems early. Adam Shell's up. Adam is struck out and sacrificed in the third inning. So bases are loaded now.
Catcher's doing a great job.
Super
isn't
job.
he?
Yeah, great hustle. Yeah, he's using his body to block it. I've even watched major leaguers sometimes. They try to catch it in their mitt. And
No, they don't block it anymore.
Yeah.
They have a different type of mitt now. They can use it like a first
Yeah.
baseman's glove, and they just snag at it.
A lot of times they are not successful though.
No.
And a lot of times the pitcher will get a wild pitch and it shouldn't be.
Yeah.
He's having problems with his location.
He's having
Ball
problems.
2, yeah.
I think the pitching coach is going to come out here in a minute.
Yeah. He's almost throwing darts up there now. Okay, that's good. 2 balls, 1 strike. Foul ball, 2-2. Okay, runner's edge off. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Full count now.
I think they say no place to put him.
That's right, yep. There's no defense against the walk.
Hey, pay off that now, Adam. Hey, let's go now. What's something up in the air?
What Adam can't do is strike out. He's got to hit the ball somewhere. And he did. Up the middle.
Good hit,
Good
up the
shot.
middle.
Okay.
You're going to get 2 runs in.
2 runs, yeah. It might have been a play at home, but the center fielder kind of muffed it.
2 RBIs.
2 RBIs. And that's what you expect out of a senior.
Right, now the big hitters are coming.
Big hitters coming up. Brad Block is flied to right and singled. RBI single last time up. Runners at first and second, and still only 1 out. This could be a big inning for the Mustangs. First baseman's playing behind Adam Shaw. Ball 1 high.
Yeah, he's getting tired.
Yeah, I think you're right, yeah. He's thrown a lot of pitches. He's looking over in the dugout.
Yeah, I think I saw the number. I think Mike Mead is a sophomore pitcher warming up.
Okay, he's
behind him.
he's the DH. I think Coach mentioned that he might go in place of him if he needed.
Wait a minute, think about it.
Okay, 1 ball. Brad Block. Okay, strike. Brad had a notion, laid off. 1-1. Sometimes the ball comes in there, it looks like a beach ball. You want to jump right at it. runners are going. Okay, double steal.
See, that's what happens when you don't hold a guy on in second. You just let him walk into third.
That's right, yeah. Okay, now 2 strikes on Brad. He's going to have to be a hitter now. Offside, yeah.
I was gonna say, whoa,
Yeah.
that looked good from here.
Yeah, it's hard to tell at this angle, but that was coming in. Ooh, okay, 3-2. Three and 2. Runners on second and third.
Not close.
No. I tell you, John Blackburn is doing a great job.
Yes, that catcher.
Back there, catch, yes,
and he's
he's
getting
really-
a lot of opportunities,
Yeah.
unfortunately.
Yeah, he could be all conference.
Yeah, he's doing a good job.
Okay, whoever's throwing over there has come into the dugout, so he's ready now. It's
Yeah, I think this could be his last
yeah.
hitter. He
Scott
doesn't get
Ernsberg is
him.
up. Scott's 1 for 2. Okay, Scott tried to check that time. The umpire said he went around, so it's strike 1. Okay, foul it off. Okay, now he's in the hole. 0-2.
Now the catcher has to be ready because he's going to throw a curveball, and this is the one that may go in the dirt.
Of course, maybe he will be afraid to throw the curveball, too. Maybe he
I
won't
don't
call
know,
it.
but
Yeah.
the catcher's been blocking them all, so
Yeah,
we'll
that's
see
true.
what happens.
Yep.
You wanted another ball, but that was the only one we have,
So
so
1-ball league here.
that's it. You play with it.
Yeah.
There's a curve, but it was high instead of low.
Yeah.
I knew it was coming, but wrong direction.
He's probably thinking, don't throw it in the dirt, so he overcorrected, yeah. Okay, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Fair ball, down the line. It's going to score a few.
That's a triple, maybe.
Brad Bly's going to score from all the way from first. Okay, 3-run triple, or double for Scott Ernsberger. And of course, that's the way to do it with 2 strikes.
Yeah, good job.
So that gives Scott 4 RBIs for the day.
That's 9, Shane.
Okay, let me fill this in here a little bit. And
Now the score's 9-1 now.
yeah, this is a big inning. Pat Dunham's up. Of course, Pat had the big hit last time. He had a 2-run homer. First time up, he's safe on a fielder's choice. So still 1 out. Scott Ernsberger, second base. Ball 1 high. Ball 2.
The best hitter to the last Ernsberger, but I guess
Yeah.
not.
5 runs in this inning for the Mustangs. They've kind of blown it open.
Again, the shortstop should be playing more over in the hole, so he's worried
Yeah.
about the runner. He's going to pull it right through it. Every ball hit's going to be pulled.
Okay. Pat's trying to pull one out again there. Day like today, just meet it solid. It's going to ride. Of course, the clouds have all cleared out. That means it's going to get cold tonight. I think they're saying 32 or something. Okay, starting to blow a little dust up on the field. I can imagine. Yeah, around home, I can imagine what the softball field looks like. They're playing Kalamazoo Central as we speak. And
yeah, they got their new fence up. It looks nice.
Yeah, very nice. They
Real
moved
nice
it in a little
fence.
bit, made it a little bit higher.
Yeah, 6 foot, I think.
Yeah. Be nice if they could put the trim around the top like we have on the baseball field here. Okay, good back control. He wanted to go, and he held up. 3 balls, 1 strike.
He
Got under a
missed
little
it.
bit.
He
High
just
fly.
missed it. I don't think he sees it.
Now, Scott Ernsberger's tagging up second, and he's going to stay right there. Okay, second out of the inning, fly ball to center field. And next batter is Matt Collins. Matt's walked and struck out today. Yeah, when the clouds leave, that high fly ball is hard
Yeah,
to-
I thought he lost it
Yeah, I did too,
at first,
yeah.
but the wind actually blew the ball out to him.
Uh-huh. And again, they fake the throw to second base. Keep Scott Ernsberger close.
Excuse me. Yeah, a bleacher fell over there, man, and I was on it. It broke, and I was on it, and I got a friend who was on it. So I want someone to know about it. Hey.
Okay, strike 1. We can't do anything. We're on a radio.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, okay.
Do you go to the one with public Portage Central School? That's here?
I teach there, yeah.
No, Frank's over there.
Guy standing right over by the dugouts, the principal. Guy in a see with glasses, sunglasses on. Go talk to him.
With the shirt?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's the one.
Thank you.
Foul ball down the right field line. Strike 2. So 2 outs now on Matt. Scott Ernsberger still at second base. Long inning here for the pitcher. He's been out there a long time. Foul ball, stay alive. Way to fight him off. Still 2 strikes. 2 outs. Ground to the third. Nice hop.
It
Good
gets
throw.
nice hops.
Okay. That's the 3rd out of the inning. For that, this inning, the Mustangs scored 5 runs on 3 hits, and they leave 1 runner on base. So at the end of 4 complete innings, the score is Portage Central 9, Kalamazoo Central 1. And we'll be right back. Blackburn, he was hit by a pitch his first time up. At the end of 4 complete innings, Pat Dunham has 10 strikeouts. And, of course, that means he's throwing a lot of pitches. Okay, there's his curveball, just outside. Ball 1. of course, John has done a super job at catching back there, blocking the pitches in the dirt.
Yeah, I went back there and they had the jugs on him, and he said he's throwing a couple of them 90 miles an hour.
Pat has?
Yes,
yeah.
he has.
And of course, that's about major league fastball, isn't it?
Yeah, that's good. Anywhere in the 90s.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And of course, the difference between like 80 and 90 is day and night.
Yeah.
It's a big difference. A lot of pitchers can throw 80, but not too many 90. And of course, to throw 90 with control.
Yeah, that's the key.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people can throw fast, but the control is the key.
2 balls, 1 strike. Leadoff batter, John Blackburn. There's his curve. Okay, foul ball. Good hustle by Bill Webster.
Move around, Billy.
Sometimes when you're playing behind a strikeout pitcher, you kind
Yeah.
of tend to relax a little bit.
Well, and both defenses are now.
Yes. Okay, there's
That's gonna. No, that's very
Yep.
tough.
Dave Arter played that one perfectly. Fly ball at center field. 8th batter is second baseman Steve Gibbs. He struck out the first time. That was a 90-mile-an-hour
Yeah, that
fastball
was
right
fast
there.
one right
He
there.
turned that one loose. Yeah, the batter's shaking his head a little bit there.
He says, "I heard that one." I know.
It sounded good, yeah. Now, when you were playing professional ball and you knew you were going to bat against a real fireballer, did you do anything different to psych yourself up, or just
Oh, I
try
just
to commit yourself quicker?
swung and let it bat more. No, usually, the higher you go with the fastball pitcher, if that's all he is a fastball pitcher, it doesn't bother you too much. It's the guy who can throw hard and throw slow at the same time.
Well, you know, I've noticed more major leaguers, their second pitch is a changeup more than a breaking ball.
That's what gets you.
Huh?
Fastball pitching, that's all he has. You eventually something will get to him. Unless he's really overpowering.
Okay, 1 ball, 2 strikes now on Steve Gibbs. Just slow, just slow. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
But I know the major scouts, that's what they look for. They look for that speed. I think Coach Decker mentioned it. They look for the arm. You can't develop an arm once you, and they're interested in that in speed. I was surprised. The first thing they look at, a major league scout looks at is speed. If you can't run, then they don't even want anything to do with you unless you're a pitcher or something.
Yeah. Well, you know, you don't see the heavy set player that much. You know, of course, Cecil Fielder is an exception.
Yes.
But he doesn't run, but he is he's kind of unusual.
Well, they allow you to be slow at certain positions. First and third, they allow that. But it's amazing how much speed they emphasize.
Okay, strike 3 on Steve Gibbs. So that's the second out of the inning, and now the DH Mike Mead is now batting, and he struck out the first time up. And of course, that's true in most sports. The speed obviously is important. I went up to watch Western play last weekend, and I noticed that practically everybody on their team is very slender. You know, they're not bulky type kids. Even the catcher is quite slender. And of course, they have a Portage Central graduate, Dave Larson, is on the team. He's played a little bit up there. It's always good to see our kids go on and play after high school.
Well, it's amazing how they usually they recruit shortstops, and a lot of college teams are made up of shortstops who can play many other positions.
Yeah. Well, usually you put one of your better athletes at shortstop.
That's right.
And, they usually have a good arm, so those are the two things you look for.
Right. And they're usually quick.
Yeah. And if you can play shortstop, you can play many other positions, obviously.
Just like Fred himself, when he was an All-American, he was an infielder and then a shortstop, in fact, and he went out to center field, and that's where he played.
2 balls, 1 strike on Mike Mead. 2 outs, top of the 5th inning.
I was a shortstop that made me a catcher. That must have been the speed factor.
Speed, yeah, right. Yeah. Okay, that's he still got the good heat there.
Looks very good.
Yeah. Well, I played first base and they made me a spectator, so. Okay, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And I think we're going to get away without any snow today.
Yeah, I think it's all right.
Okay, that's a base hit. Right between. Nice effort by Matt Collins, but just out of his reach. That's the 2nd hit for Kalamazoo Central, and that takes us back to the top of the order. Steve Todd. Steve is struck out and grounded out 2nd to 1st. Okay, now being down by 8 runs, you think they'll send him down? Or?
I don't know. I don't think. Looking at this pitcher, I think you better create some runs fast as you can.
Yeah,
If you
right.
sit back and just wait for base hits, you're not going to score too many.
And of course, if he's thrown out, then you've got your leadoff man coming up first in the next inning. So.
There's 2 ways to look at it, but
Oh, that's a shot. That's a shot.
That is a good, well-hit ball.
It's over his head, yeah. All the way to the fence. Runner on first is going to score, going to 3. And it's a stand-up triple.
Well hit.
Yeah, that was a shot. Yeah, nothing fluky about that.
That's what we're talking about. If you get you bad on a fastball pitcher, and especially aluminum bat, it's going to go.
That makes the score 9-2. 2 outs. J.D. Brink is now batting, and J.D. has struck out twice. That was a shot. Okay, with runner on 3rd, now Pat has the option of throwing from the stretch or the windup, and he's going to wind up. Okay, good play, Scott Ernstberger, just inside the first base line. And for the 3rd out. Okay, for Kalamazoo Central that inning, 2 runs, 2 hits, 1 run, and 1 runner left on base. At the end of 4.5 innings, it's Portage Central 9, Kalamazoo Central 2, and we'll be back. Okay, leadoff batter is Casey Bucher, but looks like we've got a pinch hitter.
Tell them I got a hitter here.
Can you see who that is? Number 8.
You're going to have to pick them up as they come in, as they're coming in as new batters.
We'll help you.
Yeah.
I don't have numbers on.
Okay,
Trouble.
we do not have a roster over here.
Wait a minute. Here we go. Numbers.
Okay, we'll call out there. Hey, Coach Kolsar.
Here we go.
You got it?
What number is it?
Number 8.
Eric Olson.
Okay, Eric Olson is pinch hitting for Casey Bucher. Eric is a senior. Okay, what's Eric done this year?
Well, he's been at bat 5 times. He has 1 hit, so he's hitting 200. 2 RBIs, though. Must have been a good hit.
Okay, ball 2. Yeah, Phil Thompson is kind of struggling out there right now. He's, I bet he's well over 100 pitches. Okay, there's Down the middle. Okay, now Eric's
He can
seems
throw his
good.
fastball. I mean, it's not very fast right now, but
Straight ball.
his straight ball over, but his curve ball, he has no control. So they're going to hit this.
I see some softball players coming over, so their game must be over.
They probably went 45,
Yeah.
46 or something.
Okay, ball 4. So Eric starts the bottom of the 5th inning with a walk. It looks like pinch hitter for Bill Webster and
Josh Ward.
Josh Ward. Josh is a junior. He's also a catcher, so he'll probably stay in the game on defense.
Josh has been up 3 times. He has no hits.
Okay, strike
that,
1.
Oops. I thought that was high, but I think the ump's getting hungry.
I can't blame him. We've already played an hour and 50 minutes. Back to first. Eric dives back in safely. Looks like Coach Royer is going to sub quite freely this inning. I see Tyler Eddy on deck. Probably come in for Ryan Colsar and play second base. Here's a shot to third. One hopper. Out at second. Double play.
Well done. Well done.
Super. Okay, 2 for the price of 1. So with 2 outs, pinch hitting for Ryan Colsar is Tyler Eddy. Tyler is a senior.
Tyler's been up so far this year 5 times. He has 1 hit, 1 run, and 2 RBIs.
And so far, Tyler is the first batter for Portage Central that bats left-handed.
That's right. First lefty.
You like to have a few lefties on the team.
Rosters up there?
No? Where's the scorebook keeper at? You're gonna have a roster. Can I get a copy of that?
Okay, ball 1 on Tyler. Ball 2.
You don't have a copy. You got both teams. What's this one for?
Oh, wow.
Now I know why they have helmets
Yeah,
on.
I don't know if you picked that up on TV, but Tyler was getting out of the way of the pitch, and his back came down on the catcher's helmet. And, of course, I can remember the day years ago when catchers didn't wear helmets. They just wore their cap under that. Okay, ball 4. So Tyler goes down to first base, and we go back to top of the order, Dave Arter. Dave has been very productive. He's been to bat 3 times. He has 1 single, 2 walks, and he scored 3 runs. You can't ask much more out of a leadoff man than that. Ball 1. That's about 5 straight bad ones in a row. Ball 2. Tyler has a very short lead over first base. I don't think he's going to go anywhere.
No.
Now with a 7-run lead late in the game.
If you do, it's kind of like rubbing it in a little bit.
Right, yeah. It's not necessary. Ball 3.
Yeah, there's another.
Another
you
good
can
stop.
tell- yeah, another good stop. You can tell he's getting tired because he starts the inning off. He does well, and then as he progresses down, he starts slowing up and throwing wild.
And I see someone is warming up behind the Kalamazoo Central dugout, so. Ball 4. Okay, that's 8 straight bad pitches. And we're getting into the heart of the order again. Okay, Adam Shell should be batting, but we have a pinch hitter up there. It's number 9. And we'll look up on the roster.
Tom Burke.
Okay, Tom Burke. I think Tom's a junior. Tom's also a pitcher.
He's only been up twice. He hasn't got a hit yet. This would be a good time right here.
Right here, yeah. Runners on first and second, 2 outs. That's okay. Force at second base. So for the Mustangs in the 5th inning, we had no runs, no hits, and 2 runners left on base. So at the end of 5 complete innings, it's the Mustangs 9, Kalamazoo Central Giants 2, and we'll be back. We found another one somewhere. Bill Webster's still catching, and Pat Dunham's still pitching.
He started out with 2 curveballs. That's unusual.
Josue Martin is the batter. He struck out twice. Yeah, 2 curves. Maybe he's got a little more confidence in his pitch.
Well, he's got to work on
Yeah,
those different pitches.
Last inning they hit a couple fastballs pretty well. Okay, there.
You see how his fastball looks so much better
right,
after a couple slow pitches.
And he still has very good velocity on that ball. Fouled away, straight back.